Alright, welcome back to the channel. In our last video, we extracted data from PDFs. So now we're going to use powerful Pandas library to clean, transform, and prepare this data for analysis. So first up, before we can use Pandas, we need to install it. Installing Pandas is simple, just like we installed PyPDF. But Pandas comes with a bunch of other libraries like NumPy, TZ data, which is time zone data, and so on and so forth. These are going to help it to get its work done. So it installs all of these, including dateutil. And once the installation is complete for PyTZ, TZ data, 6, NumPy, Pandas, dateutil, and Pandas as well, then we can proceed to start using the Pandas. So as you can see, we're successful in installing all these supporting modules. We can check out our environment, which we created in the previous video. Check it out. Our environment has all these packages now, including PyPDF, which we installed earlier. So next up, we also install, or we get to create a web app, which we can now run easily. If you try running that, let's see what we get. First, we run the extract students.py file, which is supposed to extract our data, but we are unable to get that data frame. This is very similar to what we did in the last video. I encourage you to check it out. In this case, we are not extracting centers, we are extracting the students. So similar to how we had the sample text data, we go ahead and instead of searching for the center number to identify the particular center numbers and also the passed in, we get to make sure that the spacing is correct. So the same issue we had in the previous video with the center numbers is similar to the same issue we're getting here, because we need to identify the text that says passed in and also the text that says subjects. Around those texts is where we're going to be able to identify our number of students and also identify the subjects that they passed in. So we need to troubleshoot this a little bit, make sure those spaces are exactly the same. Otherwise, we will be unable to extract that information. So again, the key here is patience, understanding how to debug, test, and troubleshoot your code. With a few tweaks and changes here and there, we'll eventually get our data that we need. So we got our data printed out, the number of rows and columns. We use regular expressions in this case to be able to search, transform the search to digits, group them together to be able to have integers for our center numbers, and so on and so forth. We also get to print a description of our data frame, which is the object type that we use for Pandas. So here you can see our student data.csv that we printed out into the CSV file. Looks neat. We have all names of the centers, the center number. We also have the subjects passed and the student's name. With that, we can now go into our Flask app, import Pandas, pull in that data frame, create a data frame from our CSV file, and then pass that information into our index.html file, display it, and also pass the corresponding information which has been filtered out for our particular search as well as the students. So let's run this web app, and obviously we get an error because we have not yet installed Flask. So we need to go again and pip install Flask. That will be able to make sure that we can use the Flask import statement and all the modules in there, just like we did for Pandas. For Flask, it comes also with supporting libraries like Ginger tool for templating, and I can call it Vixik, I think that's what it's called, as well as Colorama and so on and so forth. So install those and then run our app again and start debugging all the issues that we have. So first thing first, we need to copy the student data.csv to the particular location where our app is residing, and there you go. We now are able to see what the web page looks like. Very simple, we just have a table displaying all our results. We have unordered list displaying the centers. When you click on the link for a center, it displays the details of each center. So just like that, we created about 1,000 pages, meaning each center has a page, each center has details of the particular student with just 3 HTML files, the index file, the search file, and the results file. We're able to have over 1,000 pages for all the examination centers. Not just pages, but with data for the students and the number of subjects that they passed. So we can also go ahead and search. Right now everything looks basic. You see that there's some mistakes here and there that we still need to smoothen everything out. But here is the part where we do a lot of testing. Quality assurance, quality engineers, QAs and QEs get to work on this and see wherever there are duplicates. Then we need to go back to our code and double check it, write some serious unit testing scripts that will be able to find out all these issues, all the kinks, and then fix them so that in the next version of our code we should be able to display something really nice. Alright, so again, this is an iterative process. We've been able to go from extracting the data using PyPDF, looking at the data in a text file, now using Pandas to generate data frames which are now used in a Flask Web App for displaying it publicly for everyone to see. Check out the next video or the next part, which is going to display this in a better, user-friendly and stylistic manner. So there you have it. We've built a Python-based platform that uses PyPDF, Pandas, and Flask to extract data from PDF exam results and create a web app, which will later generate insightful dashboards. This automates a process that was previously very manual, providing real-time access to critical data and empowering data-driven decision-making in education. Imagine students in Cameroon instantly accessing their exam results, teachers using the data to personalize instructions, and parents tracking their children's progress effortlessly. Our platform makes this a reality. We extract the data from PDFs, create user-friendly web app, and provide powerful data visualizations which saves time, reduces stress, and promotes transparency in education. Now, we can also go ahead and dive into the data analysis and visualization in our next video. So this web app again makes it more accessible. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and check out the following video where we're going to look at wonderful ways we can have a comprehensive and interactive dashboard, including interactive data tables which has sorting, filtering, and pagination. We can also have drop-down filters where you can select the center name to see particular details for that center. We can include bar charts or pie charts to visualize distributions or show percentages of students by subjects passed. And also we can actually select multiple subjects passed to be able to see the details. But that's not all. We can also include summary of some stories of visualizations ranging from the distribution of students by subjects, performance by centers, top performing centers, subject performance across multiple centers. We can even look at geographical distributions, trends over times, and performance by subject if the data is available to us. Visualizations we could use are bar charts, pie charts, grouped bar, heat maps, horizontal bar charts, scatter maps, line charts, and so on and so forth. So this gives us granular data insights and answers many questions, such as the most common subject categories, ranked centers by total pass rates, comparing subject performances across centers, you name it. So I encourage you to follow this channel, subscribe, like, and watch more videos on how we solve pertinent, tangible problems in our world. Thank you. This is Vitus DK, and you already know.